Louie C. the Mayor checking in. What is going on, my peeps? Hey, listen, man. Got a living legend right here in the building today. I'm over here on the Bitch I Got My Pot Studios with C.O. Piscapo, Mr. 305 for real. C.O. Piscapo, what is going on, sir?
Oh man, just chilling. What's going on with you?
Everything. Love, getting ready for the big Keys Freestyle Weekend concert getaway. I know you're going to be live down in good old Key West. September 30th weekend. Go to keystix.com and spend a weekend in paradise. So C.O. Piscapo, let's talk about how you first got involved in the music business. So I guess
it's just a long journey, man. I've been doing this since I was 10 years old. So 5 years old, I really wanted to be in the business because my mom, she was in the business herself. She actually was a gospel singer and she sang alongside Aretha Franklin. So I always wanted to be a part of the music business. But you know, once I got my independence around 12, 13 years old, I started listening to hip hop. Someone like LL Cool J was somebody who really inspired me to really get into the music business. And from that, I just tried to emulate him and, you know, do the same thing. And from that, grew into my own character and started doing music and started performing all over South Florida and ended up signing to a label called Slip and Slide Records.
Slip and Slide.
And from that, I mean, the history goes on and on. I mean,
there's a lot of people out here that have no idea, like I said, how this thing started. So Slip and Slide came after Luke Skywalker Records, correct?
Slip and Slide came after Luke Records. It was a record label probably 10 years after the demise of Luke Records. It was a local label, started with a group called Trey Plus Six, which I was a part of. And from that, we brought in Trick Daddy. And from Trick Daddy, we brought in Trina. And from that, the list just goes on from Rick Ross to Plies and to a plethora of other artists. And I mean, hey, we here 20 years later.
Gotcha. So at this point in time, you are on the road with Trina on a regular basis, week in and week out.
Well, I've been on the road with Trina for 20 years. I mean, if you look back at footage, she used to dance for Trick Daddy. And from that, I always thought she was a good artist. And did records with her back in the days. And then she ended up doing that. And it just took off from there. And from there, I just traveled the world with her for the last 20-something years, which has been amazing. God bless. And I also traveled with Missy Elliott. She saw me performing one day and was like, yo, I like your energy, and wanted me to come perform with her. And I've been doing that for the last 20 years as well.
Okay, so you actually had a chance to be featured in 2 Super Bowls, correct?
No, just one Super Bowl.
One Super Bowl? Okay,
Yeah.
I thought it was 2. Okay, and when was that?
That was 7 years ago. The performance what Missy did with Katy Perry. Had an opportunity to work with Katy Perry. Had an opportunity to work alongside Lenny Kravitz and many other dancers and amazing people. Everybody that was at the Super Bowl, just put it this way, if you're at the top of your game, those are the only people that are there. From the camera crew, from the football players, to anybody that was working that day, they were on their A game.
Absolutely. So how did it feel to be on the Super Bowl stage? What was that like? What was you going through your mind before you hit that stage? Because I mean, that's a lot of people. You're talking about billions of people.
Well, I didn't think of it as just billions of people. I just, you just live for the moment. I'm not worried about who's looking. It's just to be a part of something like that was just amazing. Just to work alongside some of the greatest people was amazing.
So I understand Missy Elliott is a serious lady, and when it comes to getting ready for a show, she like perfection times 10. So what does it take to be part of the Missy Elliott crew?
Well, you gotta practice. We practiced 8 days. Probably for the Super Bowl, I think it was 21 days, 8 hours a day for 21 days. Usually before she goes on tour, we practice 3 weeks, 8 hours a day. And I mean, she's the first one at rehearsal, and she's always the last one to leave. And never late, always on time, and work hard.
A true professional.
Yeah.
So you got to be on point, work hard, and she one of the greatest to ever do it. So somebody now that wants to start in the music business, what advice would you give?
just work hard. I mean, the one thing I live by is only the strong survive. And if you work hard, you believe in what you're doing, and always keep in mind that someone's trying to do the same thing that you're doing and probably in the same position that you are in your life. But if you have any doubt that they're working harder than you, then that means that you need to work harder.
Gotcha. So basically, no days off.
No days off.
Full tilt. And also, you've done a lot of production in the studio.
I've done a lot of production. I do producing. I've worked alongside some of the best producers, amazing producers across the world: Rockwaller, Lil Jon, Funk Boogie. Also worked with my own production crew, the others. I mean, it's been amazing.
Gotcha. What artists are you working with right now?
As far as artists, I probably work with just Trina. I've been doing a lot of consulting and managing. You could also catch, like, behind the scenes a little bit of what I do on Love and Hip Hop, which is on now every Monday at 9 o'clock.
So the new season just kicked off.
New season just kicked off, and also got a cooking show that we're like 30 episodes in. Go check those out. And those are things that we do every day. And
so we're right here at the studio right now on Bitch I Got My Pots.
Yes.
So was Trick always cooking from day one?
Trick's always been cooking since day one. He even talked about it in his songs, Collard Grown.
Yeah.
And everything, sugar, water, egg, mayonnaise sandwiches and things like that. I always talked about food and always been a cook. If you look at his first time on MTV Cribs, he was cooking on that. So, yeah.
Gotcha. So the Bitch I Got My Pots. You can find that on all platforms.
All platforms. You can find it on Facebook, on Trick Daddy's page, and you could also find it on Trick Daddy's YouTube page. And also, we did a few episodes for Fox Soul, and maybe we'll come back in October. We'll see.
Gotcha. And the new name of the company is for the film?
The company that we have is called Rockstar Film Factory, where we bring dreams to life in a factory of fun.
Gotcha. How about that gentleman out there I've seen doing a lot of work out there? Soy sauce, Raid and Rush.
Raid and Rush is one of the most talented, one of the most amazing producers, creators, artists that you would probably ever have a chance to work with or listen to or meet. It's very amazing.
Gotcha. So, in your travels around the world, working with different artists, just being in the business, what don't you like about the business, of the music business? And I want you to keep it blood raw.
I mean, I don't think there's anything that I don't like about it. I never care about what other people are doing. I mean, I just love what I'm doing. It's just a sport. And it's good and bad with anything that you do. I don't care if you worked at a bank. It's going to be good days, it's going to be bad days. Some days you might get robbed at the bank, but some days you have a good day.
So just take it day by day, basically.
Basically, yeah.
And the culture here at 305, you know, I got the Miami Heat on. We came a long way. At first, there was no respect for the MI 305 when the Miami base came up. New York wouldn't accept it.
I think New York wouldn't accept anybody. I don't care whether it was Miami, whether it was the West Coast. New York was just, that's what the Mecca of hip hop started, and that's what people felt like was, you know, the basis of everything. But as you can see now, hip hop has grown
everywhere.
You have one of the biggest artists is from Canada, so how could you can't lock it down.
Gotcha. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and fire it off the top, top 5.
Top 5 what?
Records of all time Miami bass.
Top 5 records of all time.
Take your time. Top 5.
You have a lot. You got Nan. You got.
Now Trick Daddy. Okay.
You got Take It to the House. You got Hustling. You got Move Something. You got Pop That Pussy. You got Throw That D.
Throw That D was big. That kicked it off. So, you know.
Shake What Your Mama Gave You.
Ooh, one of the greatest hooks of all time.
Yeah,
Shout out to the Devastator.
Yeah.
JT Money still doing it. But none of this would be possible without a gentleman named Luke Skywalker. Is not the one in the movie.
Definitely.
So Luke paved the way.
Definitely.
If it wasn't for Luke, none of us would be here. And a lot of times we don't get the respect that he deserves. So.
I think he did. He knows people respect him.
Can you, to conclude, first of all, thank you for your time. Key West, we coming for real. Can you explain to the people why we allowed to curse on records?
You allowed to, well, I mean, they had been cursing on records. You had to go back to listen to somebody like Blowfly or records like Red Fox and things
All
like
the
that.
comedy records that were, yeah.
It was a whole bunch of records. I mean, the first record I ever heard that was cursing was it was the alphabet. A for ass, B for bitch, C
Really?
for this,
I never heard that.
a dick. Yeah, Blowfly.
Blowfly?
Yeah.
Wow. But
He's
can you
from Miami as well.
Can you explain how Luke stood up for everybody?
He stood up for everybody because a lot of people tried to censor everything that he was doing, and that's not the reason you have the parental advisory stickers on your on records right now. Which I'm sure everybody, if you living right now, you understand that and you know that. So.
Right. Supreme, well, a lot of people don't know the history, so he had to go all the way to the Supreme Court to prove a point. He had a fight with the sheriff. He had a fight with governors, and they tried to shut him down. He got arrested, and he stood up for what was right. It was an injustice that was going on, and thank God it could have gone a whole different way.
Yeah.
So, bitch, I got my pots, Louie C. the Mayor, CEO Piscapo, and I understand on Thursdays you rocking and rolling. Can you let them know where?
Man, you can listen to me every Thursday on 92.7 WEOW.
Hey.
We do the Thursday night live show where I play all brand new hip hop. There's nothing filtered, anything. If it's new records, I'm playing it. So you're going to hear it
We're
first.
not waiting. And how can they send some tracks to you? Where's your social media?
You can hit me up on Captain C09. That's CAPTAIN, the letter C, the letter O, the number 9, on any platform. That's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, blah, blah, blah. Just hit me up, Captain C09.
Okay, so if you out there working hard, the struggle is real, don't give up. Louie C. the Mayor doing it big. Please subscribe right over here. Woo! Have a great night and stay out of trouble and just keep working hard.